Well, the New Mexico Dream Center provides free compassionate services to the underserved and marginalized people of Albuquerque. So here to speak on a number of programs that they offer is the executive director, Shelly Repp. She joins me now. Shelly, you walked in and you can tell you're so compassionate about what you do. You are. Oh
Thank
my gosh.
you. I appreciate that. It's kind of a hard world, so I think compassion is an important piece to play in our city, in our community.
Yes, and so tell us about some of the services that you guys provide at the New Mexico Dream Center.
Sure. So the New Mexico Dream Center has 3 programs right now, and they all kind of cycle around human trafficking that's happening here in our city and in our state. So we have 2 adult programs. The first one's called Spoken For, and it's been around for many years now. It was actually started in 2011, and it provides aftercare for identified English speakers who have been trafficked. And so aftercare looks like transitional housing, emergency shelter, tangible resources, and case management. So just a multitude of different things for those victims. Then our second adult program is called Casa Aliento, and it provides those same types of services, except all of the services rendered are in Spanish, in the native language. So that way people who have been trafficked, who don't speak English and are unsure of social services and how things work, are still able to get care and be able to get the services that they need. That program also does help if they have been trafficked into the United States. They can help with the visa process, with U visas or T visas. And so that way they're able to get really the type of life support that they need for their experience. And then our third program, which is our brand new baby program, is a adolescent or youth drop-in center located in the east central area of Albuquerque. And so that program just started. It'll be a year old here in June, right?
Yes.
It goes so quickly. And so the drop-in center provides really unique services. A lot of times people don't realize that when they're looking at the homeless population in Albuquerque, that a large percentage of that population is actually a teen. Yeah, they're actually teens. And so we look at that, we see that population, but there's some really unique things about a homeless teen. And there's not easily accessible services for them. So if you think about it, with an adult homeless person, they can access food stamps for themselves because they're over age. If they scrape up enough money, they can get themselves a hotel room or a motel room. They can check themselves into a shelter, right? All of those types of things. Well, none of those things actually work if you are a teenager and you're homeless. So if you are under the age of 18 and you're homeless, you're not old enough to get food stamps for yourself. So you don't have that. You're not able to check yourself into a hotel or a motel. And in fact, Albuquerque only has 2 youth shelters, so they're usually full. But with that, the CYFD regulations around youth homelessness and youth shelters is that you would have to have a parent or guardian or be awarded the state to actually check in to access services at a shelter. So what ends up happening, is you've got this huge gap in services. So you have these kids that have been kicked out of their home or have run away because of difficult circumstances, and they don't have any place to go. And that causes a real problem. So when you don't have services, you basically kind of do whatever you have to do to be able to survive. And so we see a lot of traffickers exploiting homeless teens. And so it's easier for them to get a teenager who nobody's looking for because they're, the bad kid in the house or whatever. So they're able to take that kid and then coerce them into essentially the trafficking, the sex industry, and then we lose them.
So what can we do to help? You guys must need a lot of resources from a lot of people to do what you guys do.
Absolutely. We definitely need the support of the Albuquerque community because we are 99% volunteer-led and run. It really is up to us to be the solution to the problem that's out there. So we've got kind of a revolving list of needs, but some really basic ones that we need all the time are like shelf-stable, pop-top single-serve food items. So as an example, like if you get like SpaghettiOs that has the pop-top, that's something that a kid can come by, drop in at our center, and be able to take with them so they have a meal. Then they don't have to rely on selling their body to get something to eat. We always need clothing, so we get boys and girls at the drop-in center. So gently used clothing that a teenager would wear.
Okay.
So, you look really great today, but your dress isn't going to be something that our teens are
Right.
necessarily going to wear. So kind of in thinking about that,
Okay.
we don't need business suits.
Right, the jeans
we
and
need
tees and
jeans
stuff.
and
Okay.
tees and shoes. Shoes are a
socks. Okay.
big part of what we need. So those are some of our, kind of revolving types of needs that we have. We need volunteers to come. We're open. We try to be open, especially on service times when other services are closed. So we're open evenings and weekends specifically.
okay.
And so having people who can help out and volunteer Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays, we always need those types of volunteers. And then also service professionals. We had one of our volunteers coordinate for haircuts. And so she contacted our hair salon and we set up a little mini salon in our multi-purpose area and, was able to give the children haircuts. And so it was really cool. So we definitely need support of our community.
All right. Well, let me give out your guys' good contact information.
Please.
So if you guys would like to volunteer or make a donation, you can do so directly on your website, which is nmdreamcenter.org, or call for more information 900-3833.